10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now live.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. on the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. We got him on the spot. Welcome back. 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 We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. And I smile when I think how you must have been. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. Welcome back. Welcome back. 'Cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. 'Cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. 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 Welcome back.
Ooh, hello there. It is Monday, October 4th, 2021.
Yes.
On this day in 1932, Tata Airlines is formed, but later changed their name to Air India. Personally, I think Tata Airlines would get more business, don't you think?
Only in this country.
And by me. Michael, what airline do you want? Tata.
Yeah, you're going to fly to India?
Probably not.
Right.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think my sister went to India. She almost died. She had food poisoning or something over there.
Okay.
Yeah, but beautiful country. I got a friend, a girl that you met, a former girlfriend, Michelle. She's living in Nepal.
Teaching or something?
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, it's so beautiful. You know, you and Karen should come visit." That's not going to happen.
My son's serving in Kosovo right now. It's beautiful from the pictures he sent me. Would I want to go there on a vacation?
No.
Probably
No.
not. No.
You know what should be beautiful? I
What?
would think Cyprus would be, but they got all these fighting and political strife and everything. You got this beautiful island in the middle of the Mediterranean. Figure it out, guys. Anyway,
Okay.
you're listening to They'll Learn Ya with me, Michael Buster McMahon. And as always, no refunds without a receipt. I am the host and creator of previously stated program, and some people think I'm cheap just because my parties are not just bring your own booze. They're bring your own ice.
Yeah, you're cheap.
Yeah. Joining me is my pal and producer, Peter Coles. Last week, he went to an Alcoholics Synonymous meeting. You have to stamp and say, hello, I'm an alcoholic, a rummy, a lush, an elbow tipper. See, Alcoholics Synonymous.
I got
Yeah,
you.
okay, there you go. Today on the show, great songs with cool backstories. Plus, if we have time, oh, you'll like this one, we'll discuss the plausibility of the Philadelphia experiment succeeding.
Really?
But we probably won't have time for that.
Okay.
So sit back and relax. And Peter would like if you listen to the whole show. Me, I'm kind of indifferent either way. But remember, a bird in the hand can get you awful dirty. We got a cool guest later on.
Yes, we do.
Scott Cohen.
One of my former coworkers.
Oh, yeah. He used to be on my sports show a lot. And it's something we talked about for a while that we were going to do, and the schedule never quite matched up. But, yeah, he's going to join us a little bit later than usual. Than usually our guests are right around 9 o'clock, but he's got, like,
He's
sales.
a working man.
Yeah, he's got, like, sales meetings and stuff. And
Yeah.
So he's going to join us towards the end of the show. So
Okay.
he's going to do a Jackson Brown song for us. He's not going to sing it.
That'd be pretty cool if he sang
That would
it.
be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be like, holy crap, it's Scott Cohen. Hey, if he ever went back to TV, that'd be a good name for a show.
What? Holy crap! It's Scott Cohen.
Yeah. Holy crap, it's Scott Cohen. That'd be a good name for a show, wouldn't it?
I don't think that would fly.
Why? You can say crap on TV.
I know, but I just don't think it would fly.
Maybe when we were thinking of names for this show, maybe I should consider that. Holy crap, it's Michael Buster McMahon. It's just one.
Yeah, I'm sure Kathy Bradford would have approved that back in the day.
Yeah, we had to go because originally the name of the show was Owls on the Air. Mm-hmm. And then after about 4 or 5 years, we petitioned for a name change. And whew, I didn't think it would be that hard.
Oh, my.
I don't even remember what some of the ones we suggested. Right? Do you?
No.
Some of them was like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. But
Can't even remember.
finally,
They were so good.
Thou learn ya one.
They were so good you can't even remember them.
I like Harry. I'm a big fan of Harry Rock.
Yes.
You know what Harry Rock just calls the show?
Rock on Westfield.
No, calls our show.
Your show?
Yeah.
What?
It was kind of like, Happy Days was the name of the show, but like the next day in school, no one say, hey, did you see Happy Days? People say, oh, did you see the Fonz? That's what they would say. He just calls it the Michael Buster McMahon Show.
Oh, maybe that's what you should call it.
I like That'll Learn You, though.
A lot of conservative hosts, name the show after themselves.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to, I don't know. It sounds a little egotistical. Like All in the Family, people would say, oh, did you see Archie Bunker last night? They would do that.
Well, and then the spinoff was Archie Bunker's Place.
Mm-hmm. Which, is that believable, that Archie became an entrepreneur, as he called himself?
Yes.
Yeah. Good for him. We're all happy for him.
Hey, man, everybody wants to buy a bar when they get older.
Yeah, I guess we do, don't we?
Yep.
And if I do have a restaurant and bar, I was thinking about this because I had a craving coming in. I have a weird craving. I'm craving Thousand Island dressing.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that a weird craving?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah,
So
I would agree with that.
But if I had a restaurant, I want to make sure that our Thousand Island dressing is so good, it makes other Thousand Island dressing seem like 100 Island dressing.
Okay.
See, I thought that was kind of funny when I thought of it this morning. Hey, the
Or
wife.
just call it Russian.
No, we won't be doing that. Maybe Lithuanian dressing. Anyway, I don't know if you noticed, the wife's away for a week.
No, I did not notice.
Yeah, she went on a girl cruise. And so you know what I'm going to do tonight?
Nothing.
I'm going to go out to dinner with a sassy brunette, a young sassy brunette.
That would be your daughter.
Yes, I'm taking my... Serena and I were going out to dinner tonight. And she
Is the dining commons open?
I don't know. Is that a good question?
Oh, you might want to call up there.
Yeah.
I know that's your spot.
She wants the Olive Garden.
Really?
Yeah, she likes the Olive Garden.
She's grown up her taste a little bit.
I guess. You know what? You know why she doesn't like to come here? I mean, it's a great deal. You eat pretty well, and the food's pretty good. She doesn't like to drive, although the Olive Garden is just seems like it's just about as far from our house as this place.
Well, just be happy you won't have to fight the Big E traffic.
Good riddance to the Big E.
Why? It brings a lot of money into the economy.
Well, good. I'm glad about that. But let me tell you something. Living in Agawam and trying to go to work at night, and when you got to leave an extra, 10, 15 minutes early every night, it's not enjoyable.
It keeps your property taxes down.
Stupid Big E. And I don't get it. I really don't. I
It
know
keeps
people
your
love
property taxes
No,
down.
but I'm saying I don't get the appeal. Pay to park, pay to get in, and then buy a bunch of overpriced food and stuff. I don't.
I go for the people watching. It's fun. The old Flag Plaza where Channel 40 used to be, up in the front there, it's now a bar, a patio bar, and you could sit there and watch the people go by, and that's a lot of fun whilst you're having a few drinks.
Although every time I've eaten at the Storrington Tavern,
Yes.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I ate there a couple times during the fair because it's like you can get a good sit-down meal there while, You don't have to eat all that fair food. You can go eat a meal.
Tying everything together here.
I had a meal there with my girlfriend for her birthday on Saturday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, her birthday was Sunday, yeah.
Is she younger than you?
No. She's 6 months older than me.
There you go. Yeah, that was my, when I was in college, I always like, well.
Actually, it's less than 6 months.
People would say, what are your limits? I'm like, I said, well, I wouldn't go more than 6 months older than myself. And people said, coincidentally, because that was the girl I was targeting in college, she was 6 months older.
Oh, it's only 3 months older, actually, by the time you get around to it.
So what I was going to say, so does the Stonington Tavern, do they have Thousand Island dressing?
I'm sure they do, but they have a nice cucumber dill dressing that's really outstanding.
Because I want some Thousand Island dressing right now. I don't know why. Obviously, I have to eat it with something. I'm not just going to eat Thousand Island dressing. But hey, this isn't what we do.
You could have it on a cracker.
I suppose. Hey, you know what I did? This was really, really cool.
Or a chip dip.
We've all made like cheese and crackers,
yes.
right? And the wife had the block of sharp cheddar. You cut the. There's work involved here. It's not like you got to chop all the cheese and then you put it on the crackers, on the Ritz crackers. Which Ritz crackers, as you know, are just basically like little plates for your cheese that you can eat. But I'm looking in the fridge and you know what I saw?
What's that?
The hamburger pickles. And I'm like, hey, I wonder.
Oh no, you didn't.
I put a hamburger pickle on top of the cracker, on top of the cheese and the cracker, and I was like, oh my god, this is great. So because you made like you make like 8 of them.
I usually use pepperoni or salami.
Yeah, that'd be good too. But let me try a hamburger dill pickle on it. You know what? It's pretty good. I mean, why not? You put pickles on your cheeseburger sometimes, right?
My stomach is turning just thinking about it.
I wonder what Thousand Island dressing would taste like on it. Anyway, Scott Cohen will be here in about an hour and a half. So if you really like Scott Cohen, I hope you don't just come back in an hour and a half. I hope you stick around for the whole show. And Scott Cohen, like, if you don't know who Scott Cohen is, then you're probably new to the area, right? Everyone should know who Scott Cohen is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, this is what we do. We don't just gab. We play cool songs. I think we got some cool songs here today. So now this song is about the problems that Eric Clapton was having with his marriage. He felt his wife, Patty Boyd, was waiting for somebody better to come along, which you could see maybe why he thought that, considering that he kind of fell in love with her when she was married to George Harrison. And so I think sometimes in those situations, you're like, well, maybe somebody else would come along. So they were having a lot of problems. He even wrote, he wrote Layla when he fell in love with her. But a lot of the songs on this album, Behind the Sun, were about his troubled marriage. And I believe, I probably should have checked this because this wasn't going to be one of my facts. But I'm going to give like an added fact that I'm actually 80% sure is true.
Okay.
I think this might have been the first #1 hit on the mainstream rock list when the first mainstream rock list came out.
All right. You have to look that one up.
Yeah, that sounds familiar to me. Doesn't that sound familiar?
Sure, I'll believe you.
Yeah. If I said it a little more confidently, nobody would have checked.
Right.
But I like to get it right. Oh, remember when I said that I did say on a show one time, I did give a wrong fact, and I was horrified, and a week later I fixed it, and I couldn't remember what it was. I remembered what it was.
What was it?
You know the song by Christy McVie? She had this song, and I thought it was Lindsey Buckingham playing the guitar on the song, and I always thought it was. And I didn't say it as a fact. I just said it as a casual thing. Oh, I really like Lindsey Buckingham's guitar work on this song. And and then I found out like a week later that it was not Lindsey Buckingham playing guitar on that.
So you were wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong, but it wasn't one of these stated facts. It was just an off-the-cuff comment that, hey, I think Lindsey Buckingham did a great job on guitar in this, and I actually found out who the actual guitarist was and gave him the proper credit. So I don't know why I'm going on this. Anyway, here's from Behind the Sun in 9.5 WSKB. Here's Eric Clapton, and She's Waiting.
She's waiting
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Hey, we mentioned Fonzie earlier in the show.
Yeah.
I gotta pull a Fonzie. I was
About what now?
You're
You're having a tough morning.
No. It wasn't. It was I Can't Stand It by Eric Clapton. It wasn't an Eric Clapton song, but it was I Can't Stand It. That was the first song that was #1 on the Billboard mainstream.
Gotcha.
Not Waiting for Another Love. But I didn't present that as a fact. As I said, that was just sort of a off the cuff, like, hey, I think this was, but I was mistaken. It was
People are here to learn, you know.
That's right. We'll all learn. Anyway, Bryan Adams. Now, you think of this album, Reckless. It had 6 top 15 hits off of it.
Yeah.
And it could have been, I mean, that particular song, he had no intention of recording. He wrote it for Blue Oyster Cult. I don't know why he did that, but they didn't like the song. So he's like, all right, I'll keep it myself. And that worked out pretty well.
Sure.
But, so, as I said, Reckless had 6 top 15 hits. Some of the songs, when they're in the studio deciding, like, hey, we're only going to put, 10 or 12 songs on this record. So these other songs that we have aren't going to make the cut. And which was particularly weird for one of them because one of them was called Reckless. You know, this is the title track. You think you should probably put Reckless on the album Reckless. Or maybe,
right.
You know, it just, I don't know. It seems like a weird song to get cut. But some of these songs that get cut became hits for other people. Teacher, Teacher got cut. You know, it was for 38 Special, the hit for, and it was used in the Teacher movie. You know,
okay.
Teacher, Teacher, can you teach me?
Yep.
Yeah, Bryan Adams and Jim Valance, they wrote that, and that song got cut from the album, and they sold it to 38 Special. And the song Reckless, they ended up selling it to Loverboy. But Loverboy didn't really love the title Reckless, so they made a slight alteration and changed it to Dangerous, which also works. Now, when this album got re-released years later, you know, in the CD, you had like more technology, put more songs on there. It was the remastered. All these songs that got cut were put on it, and we actually heard Bryan Adams' versions of Teacher, Teacher and Reckless. And so the album, as big as it was, it could have been even bigger.
People thought they were covers at that point.
Yeah, maybe. But, I mean, you know, like I remember I had the Loverboy album, loving every minute of it. As I'm going to joke later on that, I had every album that year. But you know, it's like, oh, wow, Bryan Adams wrote this song. That's kind of cool. So here is the song that got cut from the album Reckless, sold to Loverboy, and became it wasn't a huge hit, but it did hit the top 40, and it was damn catchy, I thought. Here's Dangerous, 89.5 WSKB.
Before we go on fighting, let's get one thing straight.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Artsbeat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have, and maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, girl, I'm sorry I was blind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. And maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. I guess I never told you I'm so happy that you're mine. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. But you were always on my mind. Always on my mind. Tell me that your sweet love hasn't died, and give me one more chance to keep you satisfied. Have said and done, I just never took the time. But you were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind.
Willie Nelson. Now, apparently, Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard got together and they made an album. Which, my gosh, in the country music world, I mean, that was an event. So,
Sure.
Willie Nelson assumed that this song would be on the album, and he played it for Merle Haggard, and Merle Haggard went, meh, and Willie Nelson was like, really? Wow. So Merle left, and Willie's like, well, I'm in the studio. I'll record it. And
Let's throw it together real quick.
Yeah, and he goes, to me, it sounded like a hit. And it did. It became a hit. And he goes, we'll never know what would have happened if Merle had heard the song the right way. Maybe he was tired or, just maybe he didn't hear it right, but he goes, we'll never know what the song would have sounded like.
Yeah.
It was my gosh, a BBC poll in 2014. They took a vote on the top covers of all time, and the Pet Shop Boys version of that song won.
Always on my mind.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, Pet Shop Boys are pretty good with harmonies, though.
Yeah, but I mean, have you heard their version?
No.
Oh, now listen. If I ever swallow poison, play that song so you can induce vomiting from me.
By the way, there's a new show coming up with all tribute cover bands.
Oh boy.
It's actually pretty good. A local band's in it.
Oh, cool. Who?
Unforgettable Fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be. They're one of the featured bands. There's some really good tributes in there, and it's supposed to be a pretty good show. I think it's on E.
Is Buddy Sorrell's 5-man trio going to be on the show?
Well, no, you haven't formed the band yet.
Oh, that's right. I never formed my band. But that's a good name.
It's a bit of a problem, yeah.
You also would be a good name?
What's that?
Holy crap, it's Buddy Sorrell.
You're stuck on that, aren't you?
You're
really stuck on that name.
We'll run that by Scott Cohen, see if when he comes to the show.
Yeah, when Scotto comes on at 9:45, we'll do that.
Yes, Scott Cohen will be here about 9:45. Now, though, now you know me. This drove me nuts.
Okay.
I was in the car, and this song came on, and instantly, like all those old songs, like I can tell you, who sings them, who does it, and my mind totally blanked on this. I'm
Really?
like, oh my God! Now, to be fair, they were kind of one-hit wonders.
Yep.
But still, so once I got to my destination, I looked it up. I'm like,
sure, yeah.
But I can imagine being on a game show and then asking me and like knowing that I know it and just not being able to dig it out of my head. But this is the Lemon Pipers. Now, the lyricist Shelley Penns wrote the words to the song. He was reading a newspaper article about a local icon. There was this guy, a street musician that everyone seemed to love. They would put, he had a tambourine that he'd be out there banging with, and he'd collect money.
Okay.
In front of a bank. So when people come out there, throw money in his tambourine. Now I don't know how you're playing the tambourine and also getting money in it. It seems like that'd be tough to do, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he had two tambourines.
Say hi to the freshmen, by the way.
Hey, freshmen!
They're on 1-days today.
They're on what?
They're on one-day shop tours.
Ah, cool.
So they're trying to figure out what shop they want to be in, and they're only getting you as the representation of Channel 15 and WSKB. So you got to do proud here.
Oh, okay. So I should give advice to these young kids?
No. Let's just get to the song.
All right. I just want to tell them, marry somebody with money.
Okay.
That's great advice.
Sure.
Here's the Lemon Pipers and Green Tambourine, 89.5 WSKB.
Drop your silver in my tambourine. Help a poor man build a pretty dream. Give me pennies, I'll take anything. Now listen while I play my green tambourine. Watch the jingle jangle start to shine. Recollections of the music that is mine. When you toss a coin, you hear it sing. Now listen while I play my green tambourine. Drop a dime before I walk away. Any song you want, I'll gladly play. Money feeds my music machine. Now listen while I play my green tambourine.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Join us the third Wednesday of every month with Selectman Joe Didi and his take on everything Southwick.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com. WSFD-LP.com.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
What?
No, I'm supposed to talk now.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
I'm showing the kids how to run a break.
Okay. It is a weird spot to do it, so. Okay. So you're confused. I was afraid you're going to go into the next song or something, so.
No.
Okay.
I'd figure it out eventually.
Okay. Because, yeah, you get distracted sometimes.
Well, you know, I'm trying to show the kids
So-
what we do here.
That's a great driving tune. Turn it on.
Yes.
Now, when that song was released, basically it was written about how people were being distracted, which is kind of appropriate.
Isn't it ironic?
Don't
you think?
With their TV.
A little too ironic.
And so, of course, little did they know what was coming, where people with their little smartphones and everything. And that's what Mike Rutherford goes. He's like, wow, that song is
more relevant today than
we
it was
didn't
then.
realize how relevant it was going to become. He's like,
sure.
I really have a slight problem with this technology. He's like, everyone's on their screen talking to somebody else instead of, taking place in what's going on now. And he goes, there's a big lack of just being where you are, enjoying the moment and blue sky. And
they've done studies with in a room full of people that half the people are autistic, severely on the spectrum, and half the people are normal, and they give them all phones, and you can't tell. After 5 minutes, you can't tell who's who.
Yeah, I believe it. It's hey, just anytime you go to a restaurant, you just see people not even talking to each other. They're just got.
My rule is you can't take out your phone till after the main course.
My rule is a little bit stricter when I go out with the family. Like phones in the car.
Well, that's because you don't have one.
I know, because I don't want to be a slave to this technology. I would rather
I use it as a tool, but I'm not like the kids. The kids just have to. You watch around here in the school. They're not supposed to have them, and they do. And they're on them. It's brutal. It's because basically it's like a crack dealer.
Yeah, they're addicted.
Yep.
So now this song was particularly of interest because Neil Diamond was starting to get worried that he got like really, really paranoid that, wow, all those songs that I did and recorded and wrote for other people, what happens years from now? People are going to look back and realize that they're stupid. And, of course, I guess there's always some songs that don't stand the test of time, but Neil Diamond's songs work out pretty well. So I'm in the car the other day, and Forever in Blue Jeans came on, and I told my daughter I was taking her to school. Of course, she was on her phone, and I said, I don't know if you remember this. I said, this was one of the lullabies I used to sing to you when you were a baby. Nope.
Of course, she was on her phone.
So Neil Diamond wrote this song because he was kind of out of his paranoia that basically his songs wouldn't stand the test of time.
Yep.
I think they did. Here's Yesterday's Songs, 89.5 WSKB.
Saying I love you, just saying I love you. Yesterday's songs don't stay around long, not much anymore. Yesterday's songs are gone. Yesterday's words don't make themselves heard like they did before. Baby, yesterday's blues, maybe yesterday's news, but the truth always stays the same. And the good things will never change, like saying I love you, just saying I love you. Yesterday's songs don't seem to belong. They're here and they're gone. Yesterday's moves don't stay in the grooves. They keep moving on. Maybe yesterday's rhyme was for yesterday's time, and the future's not ours to see. But there's some things it always will be, like saying I love you, saying I love you. but the truth always stays the same. And the good things will never change. Like saying I love you, saying I love you, saying I love you, like saying I love you.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
What you say?
Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
Oh woman, don't treat me so mean. You're the meanest old woman that I've ever seen. I guess if you say so, I'll have to pack my things and go.
That's right, hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
What you say?
Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
Now, baby, listen, baby, don't you treat me this away, 'cause I'll be back on my feet someday.
Don't care if you do, 'cause it's understood. You ain't got no money, you just ain't no good.
Well, I guess if you say so, I'll have to pack my things and go.
That's right, hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
What you say?
Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
Well,
Don't you come back no more.
what you said?
Don't you come back no more.
I didn't understand
Don't
you.
you come back no more.
You can't mean that.
And don't you come back
Oh, now, baby.
What a great song. Fun karaoke song, too. I used to do that long time ago. I haven't done that one in a while. Percy Mayfield wrote that. Now, Percy Mayfield was about to really take off as an R&B performer, and then, unfortunately, he was in this horrible car accident that really disfigured him. So now he was very self-conscious about performing, and, of course, he could tell people were uncomfortable looking at him, because I guess he was pretty messed up from this. I guess he could still sing, but he didn't know what he was going to do. So basically he kind of honed his talents and attention to songwriting. And he was good friends with Ray Charles, and Ray Charles basically recorded a lot of his hits. So Percy ended up making some money anyway in the music business.
There you go.
It's just unfortunate how it had to happen. Maybe that song would have been a hit for Percy. Hey, it's
well, sometimes God's moves you in mysterious ways.
Yep. And of course, it doesn't hurt to have Ray Charles sing your song. Doesn't hurt to be friends with Ray Charles.
Yeah, no, that doesn't hurt.
Because if you're friends with Ray Charles, it's not like you don't even have to comb your hair or anything, because he can't tell that your hair's messy.
Oh, will you stop?
Hey, it's almost 9:00. That's pretty cool. And we're not going to be here next week. You said you're going. It's your birthday, right?
I'm gonna be in Nash Vegas. No, it's my girlfriend's birthday.
It's your girlfriend's birthday.
Right. So we couldn't do this weekend for a trip, so we're doing Columbus Day weekend for a trip. Of course, I'm kind of bummed now because Westfield's got their fireworks next weekend, and so does Southwick, and it's all kinds of.
You've seen fireworks, though.
I know, but it's still fun to go watch fireworks.
I'm indifferent. Like, if you're going to launch fireworks, okay, I'll watch. But,
You could sit in your car in the neighborhood and watch them.
Maybe. Why is anyone having fireworks for Columbus Day?
Because we couldn't have them on the 4th of July because nobody knew what was going to happen with COVID.
Gotcha.
And also, at that time, the Boys and Girls Club was still building their addition. So you couldn't get approval from the state fire marshal's office on a construction site to blow off fireworks next door.
Gotcha.
But now they've done the geometry and calculus and algebra, and they've determined there's enough room to do it down there still.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well,
so dress warmly and come on down.
So now you're going to Nashville, though, so you'll have your own fireworks.
Yeah,
make your own fireworks.
We're gonna go to a Grand Ole Opry show. Lee Greenwood's one of the featured acts.
Oh wow!
So I'm like, all right, that's a good one. And then there's Dirty South, I think, is playing. They got 3 or 4 really good acts.
Huh.
For the Grand Ole Opry. So my girlfriend really wanted to go. So she bought those tickets. I bought tickets for a train excursion the next day. We're going to do 30 miles out to a town somewhere, and they're going to have a huge, giant tag sale while you're out there. And they have shops and restaurants, and you're there for a couple hours, and then you come back on the train.
Oh, that does sound kind of cool.
Like a day-long excursion.
Oh, so have fun.
Yeah.
So we'll play a best of me next week.
Yes.
Well,
maybe this will count.
What are we going to play the second hour?
You always say that, and we always play the same stupid
I
show.
know. It's just a funny joke.
I know. Sometimes I play your straight man.
So now, thank you. This band, they always wanted to remain relevant in the dance scene. And so a lot of times they would go to dance clubs, like, not as themselves. They would kind of, put on the lowbrow hat just to pay attention to what people were doing. And in fact, for this song, they went out to a couple dance clubs to watch, and they immediately went into the studio because they felt inspired to write this song. And hey, whatever works, because it did work. Because you did hear this song in dance clubs for a very, very long time. Here is Casey and the Sunshine Band and Shake, Shake, Shake Your Booty. 89.5 WSKB.
Give yourself a chance.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Join us every Thursday morning
from 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show
right here on WSKB 89.5
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
A little Bay State rock and roll there. Till Tuesday. Now, Amy Mann, of course, embarked on a solo career for a while, and she kind of was intrigued. She kind of got bit by the acting bug. Didn't do a lot of it, but you've seen the movie the Big Lebowski.
Yep. What's her name? Amy Mann?
Yeah, Amy Mann. You've heard of her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she have a brother that was in Western Mass? Art Man?
No, but holy crap. I did a project with Art Man.
Yeah. He worked at Continental Cablevision in Enfield when I was down there doing Race Week, and then he went on to E.
Yeah, he was.
They bounced around doing like national stuff after that.
I never saw. He had a. I never saw the finished product. I think it appeared on E. It was called Sitcom Salesman, and I played a small part in that. And I've never seen it.
Oh, cool.
But
you should Google it.
He's in a convertible talking on the cell phone and trying to make these big deals. And as it pans out, you see that he's on a car lot. And I come out and like going, how many times I got to tell you to get out of here, you bum? And I throw him out. So maybe if you watch this show, you're like, I've seen this guy on TV before. Yeah, that's it. I was on the ETVs.
There you go.
Yeah, he's not related to Amy. Was that his real name, Art Man?
Yeah.
That's a great name, Art Man. Yeah, he was cool. Anyway.
Yeah, local guy does good.
So he was in Sheep. Amy Mann was in the Big Lebowski, the scene there where these people, they're ordering pancakes, and she's the one with the cast on her foot. So I don't think she even had lines. So she was appeared in movies, and you get a check for that, but you kind of aspire to have bigger things. We're gonna have in a future show. I've got a couple friends who have been extras in movies. My friend Jody, my former vaudeville partner.
Mm-hmm.
She's been in lots of movies, but this guy's going to be on. He gets lines, and he was in the movie. I was watching the movie Free Guy, and he was on it.
Gotcha.
So he's going to be on the show in the future date. He was going to be on, I think, 2 weeks ago, but something happened. People are busy, especially on a Monday. It's tough to get people to commit to something on a Monday.
You could always have him in studio at another date. And you could tape a show.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work, though. So.
It's really not. It's the same amount of work.
Yeah, but then you got to come in on another day.
I'm generally here.
Okay, you are, but then I have to come in too. See?
So, how bad do you want the person on?
Indifferent. I mean, it's not like like I reached out to Lenny Clark. Like, that was cool. Yeah. Like Lenny Clark, I'd come in on for, on a Wednesday. But he never got back to me. Which, I'm sure.
Keep trying.
Yeah, I'll keep trying. Because that'd be a good guest.
No, you won't. You don't ever work at anything.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
That's totally not true. There's lots of things in my life
you give up
I've
too
finished.
easily.
Not really. There's lots of things I finished. There's lots of things that are unfinished in my life, but there's lots of things that are finished too. But anyway, Amy Mann's married to Michael Penn.
Didn't know that.
That's Sean Penn's brother, and he was a musician. Remember, he had that song "Romeo in Black Jeans." No Myth is the name of the song. Remember that song?
No.
No. What if I was Romeo in black jeans?
Yeah, no.
No? Okay. Yeah. So those musician couples, I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often. Because, like, you have somebody who understands the business. That'd be kind of cool, I think. Anyway.
You want to feel old?
Sure.
Amy Mann's now 61.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the reward for getting older. People that you like, everyone gets older. And people that you in your life, you just love. The best case scenario for love, because love is dangerous. You get your heart broken, all these other things, and you never really know if the other person's happy or whatever. But the best case scenario for love is that you spend the rest of your life together, and you slowly watch this person you love deteriorate and die. That's the best case scenario.
Yeah, sure.
That's depressing.
Well, so that's how life works.
Anyway, so Steve Miller, he goes skiing, and he has this song. He's like, and it's driving him crazy because he loves the music for it, but the lyrics are crap, and he doesn't. He's like, I don't know what to do with these lyrics, and then so he's at the ski thing. He bumps into, well, maybe not literally, he bumps into Diana Ross. You know what he said?
What's that?
Holy crap! It's Diana Ross. I don't know if that's what he said. Maybe he said that. But anyway, he was talking to her for a little while and everything, and then he's inspired. He's like, you know what? Diana Ross wouldn't have a problem with lyrics. What would Diana Ross come up with for lyrics for this song? And so in about 15 minutes, he rewrites all the lyrics, thinking, what if I was Diana Ross? What would I say? And holy crap, it worked. Here's Abracadabra, 89.5 WSKB.
I heat up, I can't cool down. You got me spinning round and round, round and round and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Every
Underwriting is brought to you by Boise Cascade Distribution, providing products and services needed for building material dealers, home improvement centers, and industrial customers. They offer everything from engineered wood and plywood to Drex decking and railing, James Hardy siding, and Advantech subfloor. Located at 33 Fowler Street Extension in Westfield and on the web at bc.com, they are committed to providing quality products, great service, convenience, and value.
Join me, Tina Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
What would you think if I sang out a tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel by the end of the day? Are you sad because you're on your own? No, I get by with a little help from my friends. Get high with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Would you believe in a love at first sight? Yes, I'm certain that it happens all the time. What do you see when you turn out the light? I can't tell you, but I know it's mine. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Get high with a little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I just need someone to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. Oh, I get high with a little help from my friends. Yes, I get by with a little help from my friends. With a little help from my friends.
So as they were putting that song together, and not all the lyrics were there, John Lennon hurt his finger. So they were jokingly calling it the Badfinger Boogie. And, of course, they changed the lyrics and it didn't fit anymore. But they did get use out of that name because when they signed the band, the Ivies, to their record label, the band changed their name to Badfinger in honor of that. Now,
Okay.
one of the lyrics that was, and, of course, you know me, I go on and on about the tragic tale of Badfinger. It's just such a sad, sad story of that band. They were supposed to be the successors to the Beatles, and boy, oh boy, what a mess. So many great songs, so they were talented too. But anyway, I didn't want to go off on that tangent. Now, one of the original lyrics were, what would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and throw tomatoes at me? Was the original line. But Ringo was like, nope, no, because I don't want to go to concerts and then people think it'd be funny if they throw tomatoes at me as I sing this line. So they had to change the lyric. Would you do that? Would you sneak a tomato into a concert to throw it at somebody?
See Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Well, I mean, that's something a little different, I think. But,
Not really.
Well, no, because, I mean, that's like encouraged. This is sort of this thing that happens.
Yeah, and Ringo was smart.
I mean, I think it's a little bit of paranoia, but, it works. The new lyrics worked out just fine. right, speaking of people doing in tribute concerts and everything, this was kind of cool. So there was a Freddie Mercury tribute concert in 1992, and everyone got to pick a song that they wanted to do, and Lisa Stansfield said, "Oh, I want to do this song." And they're like, okay. So, she signed up for it. And when the concert actually happened at the Wembley Stadium, generally, when you hear that there's a concert in England at a stadium, don't you just assume it's Wembley Stadium?
No, not really.
No, I know there's a...
But that's the most famous
I
one
know. That's
for
what I'm doing. I'm
concerts.
just going to assume that it's Wembley Stadium whenever somebody says that they're, going to appear at a concert in Britain. But anyway, so now I don't know if you've ever seen the video, Freddie Mercury's dressed like in a robe and a vacuum cleaner and curlers and everything. And God bless her, she came out like that to do the song.
Really?
So, I mean, that's the way to commit to the bit. She's like, no, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all out. So that's pretty cool. Here's I Want to Break Free, 89.5 WSKB.
But life still goes on. I can't get used to living without you by my side. I don't want to live alone. Hey, God knows, got to make it on my own. So baby, can't you see? I've got to break free. I
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
I know just how to whisper, and I know just how to cry. I know just where to find the answers, and I know just how to lie. I know just how to fake it, and I know just how to scheme. I know just when to face the truth, and then I know just when to dream. And I know just where to touch you, and I know just what to prove. I know when to pull you closer, and I know when to let you loose. And I know the night is fading, and I know the time's gonna fly. And I'm never gonna tell you everything I gotta tell you, but I know I gotta give it a try. And I know the roads to riches, and I know the ways to fame. I know all the rules, and then I know how to break them, and I always know the name of the game. But I don't know how to leave you, and I'll never let you fall. And I don't know how you do it, making love out of nothing at all. 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 nothing at all. Out of 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 nothing at all.
That song doesn't want to end, and I'm okay with that. I kind of wish Aaron and I wrote that song. That's such a great power ballad. Where's that on the list of greatest power ballads of all time?
I have no idea.
I don't know if they include it, because usually that list includes like rock bands, and Air Supply is considered more of a soft rock band, and that was so maybe they don't include it on the list.
It's still a power ballad.
It is. You're right. It should be on the list because it's an amazing song. Jim Steinman wrote that. Now, he wrote that, and kind of big surprise, Total Eclipse of the Heart, pretty much at the same time. They're both very, very similarly structured.
Yep.
And, of course, Jim Steinman, basically every time he wrote a song, he would call Meatloaf and say, oh, here we go. There you go. There's your next hit. And Meatloaf's record company, they had a small dispute with Jim Steinman at the time. And pretty much they're like, oh, yeah, Meatloaf, right, look at these. These are two great songs here I want to do. And they're like, Jim Steinman, how much does he want for him? Nope. Pass. And they wouldn't budge. Meatloaf probably should have said, listen, take some money out of my pocket here. And
or I'll find a new record company.
Yeah, the record company said, nope, not going to buy him. And so Jim Steinman sold that to Air Supply and sold Total Eclipse of the Heart to Bonnie Tyler. And I believe they were 1-2 at the same time. I mean, talking about a major mistake by the... I mean, I don't know what they would have sounded like or the success if Meatloaf had done them. But
maybe they're better off Meatloaf didn't do them.
Maybe, but still, I mean, there's no denying that both songs were special pieces of art that should have probably been purchased by the record company. And I believe Max Steinberg there, the guy, the drummer for Springsteen, I believe he played drums on both of them. So he's one of the few people who played drums on the number 1 and number 2 song at the same time.
Nice.
I mean, obviously, like the Beatles did that, so like Ringo did it, but like if it's two different artists, that's really unusual.
Yeah.
So
he was one of the best New York session musicians, though, too.
Yep. He did okay for himself.
Yeah.
So now, what would you do, like, if you were starting a band? You and I were starting a band, and you did not really like the name Buddy Sorrell's 5-Man Trio. You wanted no part of that.
I'd quit.
You'd quit the band?
Sure.
Cool. Then I'll call it Buddy Sorrell's 5-Man Trio without you then.
Yeah.
But no, let's say we wanted to work together, and we were like, all right. So this band, what they did, they got in a car because they could not agree on a band name. So they said, you know what? This is what we're going to do. I'm going to drive, and you guys just shout out things that you see on the street. And then maybe we'll find something that we can both say, we can all say, eh. So they're driving down the street, and they're like, telephone pole, bush, storefront.
Well, some band liked Bush.
Yes, some band did. They didn't care for it. But they saw a bread truck, and they said, hey, what about bread? And I was like, well, you know what? Bread's a staple of life. You need it.
It's uncommon for a band.
Yeah. And
it might not be trademarked.
Their first year, everyone, they would introduce them. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Breads. And they're like, no, we're not the Breads. We're just bread. Just bread. And
you had to be the everything.
Yeah. So
you weren't just Beatles. You were the Beatles.
Once they made it, they were able to correct everyone. And bread, the staple of life. I like bread. I'm a breadhead. Are you a bread? Like, if you like the band Bread, are you a breadhead?
Sure. If you are a fan of the band Bread, you're a breadhead.
You don't like bread?
No.
No?
Not really a super fan, no.
All right. What about Guitar Man? That's kind of a cool tune.
Okay.
All right. Here's It Don't Matter to Me. And you know what? That's my opinion, what I think when you tell me you don't like bread. It don't matter to me. 89.5 WSKB.
It don't matter to me if you really feel that you need some time to be free. Time to go out searching for yourself, hoping to find time to go to find. It don't matter to me if you take up with someone who's better than me, 'cause your happiness is all I want for you to find. Your peace of mind. A lot of people have an ego hang up 'cause they wanna be the only one. How many came before, it really doesn't matter, just as long as you're the last. Everybody moving on and trying to find out what's been missing in the past. And it don't matter to me if your searching brings you back together with me, 'cause there'll always be an empty room waiting for you. An open heart waiting for you. Time is on my side, 'cause it don't matter to me. 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 It don't matter to me, 'cause there'll always be an empty room waiting for you. An open heart waiting for you. Time is on my side, 'cause it don't matter to me.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here. Join us the third Wednesday of every month with Selectman Joe Didi and his take on everything Southwick.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Mississippi in the middle of a dry spell. Jimmy Ride
So there was a VJ named Christopher Ward, and he worked for the Canadian music channel Much Music. So they sent him to Memphis to cover the 10th anniversary of Elvis's death.
Okay.
And the guy was like, I don't know anything about Elvis. And they're like, well, no, you do good. Go down there, do a little bit of research, and do your report.
Yep.
And once he got to Memphis, he found out how crazy Elvis fans were and how passionate they were. And he's like, I got to write a song about this. And
so, kidding.
So he, from all his notes, from just meeting these people about how passionate they were, he came up with this song. And, of course, fellow Canadian Elena Miles had a pretty big hit with it.
Yep.
And, of course, all of us in America, we loved it because we love Elvis.
Yeah.
And somebody else we love, too, is if you need an introduction for my guest, then you're probably new to the area. This is TV and radio icon Scott Cohen. Hey, welcome to the show, Scott.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Buster. I really appreciate you reaching out. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. You were a frequent drop-by guest when I was doing the sports show on Springfield Radio, so I figured it'd be cool to have you here for this show, too.
Yeah, great. And obviously there's plenty going on, so we could. I know this isn't a talk show, but a sports talk show. But if it was, we could fill the next 15 minutes pretty easily.
Oh, yeah, pretty easily.
We've kind of planned that you guys can fill the next 15 minutes talking sports.
Yeah, we even changed our format a little bit. Like the last song of the show is we always play like this sort of like a fun song, like a novelty song. But you're going to be closing the show out with your song choice. That gives us more time to talk since you're a busy guy.
Yeah, I guess so. You know, funny. I left TV in 2012, so you know it's 9 going on 10 years, and I'm busier now than I've ever been, and I'm talking about even with just my job now, which is selling advertising, but also with the sports stuff too. I'm just as busy with that. So yeah, it keeps me off the streets. And keeps me honest. Idle hands are the devil's workshop. So if you stay busy, you don't get in any trouble.
That's what I say. I'm like every day. I'm like, well, at least Scott Cohen's not out walking the streets tonight. So,
and that's what I tell everybody.
Oh, hey, I came up with a good idea. If you ever went back to TV, Peter's kind of indifferent with this name. Okay, I thought of a cool name that you could call your TV show if you ever go back to TV. Are you ready?
Yep.
Holy crap! It's Scott Cohen.
Yeah. Well, my buddy, one of my catchphrases is now it's like, didn't you used to be Scott Cohen? And the answer is, of course, why, yes, I used to be him. I'm not him anymore.
Well, that's the funny thing. I mean, there's no way 2012 was 9 years ago, right? I mean, what the heck?
It was 9 years ago, buddy. Yeah, Oof. 9 years ago.
Now,
and it'll. And next year is 10, so that's a whole decade. That's even more than 9.
Goes even further back.
Because I remember when you said you were going to step back, but I'm like, I see him all over the place. Of course, I hear your appearances on another radio station on Monday mornings, but it's like he doesn't. I don't think he's gone away at all.
No, I haven't, and that really is kind of it's kind of a funny and interesting thing, and especially, social media, of course, has grown in the last 10 years. And, for lack of a better term, I think I'm probably more visible and more, if there's a word popular, that I can refer to it. I try not to do stuff like that. But I'm more recognizable now than I was when I was doing TV every night, and that I'm always surprised at that. Between the radio I do,
right,
the social media, that other radio station you talked about. So yeah, and it's all working out. I'm really glad that I had the the opportunity to do all the TV work I did for 30 some odd years, and now I'm I'm happy doing what I'm doing now.
Now, you were much higher on the local sports food chain than I was, so I'm sure this happened to you all the time because it happened to me. Once people realize who you are, they just want to talk sports with you, and you're like, oh, my God, I don't really want to talk sports right now.
There's a lot to be said for that. I always took time to have the sports conversation. But yeah, it's funny. I think that's one of the reasons why I, kind of decided to step away, is that you do get, you just get interested in other things as you grow and change. And I started to, and I think I passively follow sports now, close enough, for to have conversations and to do my radio stuff, but I don't live it and breathe it like I did, and that's good because we're all supposed to grow and change. I guess that's what it's all about.
And speaking of sports, at least last night's football game didn't get overhyped at all, right?
That game, very, very few sporting events live up to billing.
Right.
They just don't, because we just hype it until we knock ourselves out.
I don't miss that part of the sports doing sports talk radio, or the overhyping of these things.
Jeez, I think that lived up to the hype, guys.
Yeah, it did. That's
Huh?
what. Yeah,
I think that one legitimately lived up to the hype.
Yes,
Finally,
it did.
It legitimately lived up to the hype. Brady handled himself great. The higher ups handled themselves great. The fans were terrific. The game was great. The Patriots' new quarterback was great, and it came down to the final seconds. It was a really fun game to watch. It was a pleasure, and that doesn't always happen.
But why did we have to obsess over if it was Brady or Belichick more responsible for the 6 Super Bowls? Why can't we just say they needed each other, and it was just a fantastic marriage while it lasted?
Well, I think because people who used to do sports talk shows and used to be on television and still are, they need something to talk about. I think one of the most interesting things I heard Saturday, and maybe it was yesterday, is Belichick said that he was really upset that he or Brady were being viewed as the villain in the story.
Yep.
And like you alluded to, neither of them were. They have a great relationship. Basically, we always use that term, a marriage between a player and a coach, because if you stick around long enough, that's what it is. And when you get married, for 20 years, you have ups and downs, you have disagreements and fights, but at the end of the day, you're still married, and that's all part of it. And it was the same with the two of them. If they didn't have an argument in 10, some odd, whatever, how many years it was together, they would not be human beings.
I consider more like the Odd Couple, which is the theme that I'm playing underneath you right now.
Yeah, they are, exactly. And both of them are still true to form. They haven't changed. Belichick is the same old curmudgeonly guy, and Brady's the cool, calm, collected superstar. So they are who they are.
And baseball sure got it right yesterday by putting all their games on at the same time at 3:00.
Yeah,
they got it right. That was cool.
I thought that was really interesting, and I guess the reason was they didn't want to give a team who clinched ahead of time, an opportunity to manipulate lineups or do anything like that. I thought that was a really, really, really good idea.
Yep. Well, geez, if we're going to do your song, Scott, we could talk longer, but we want to get your song in here before you go.
You're always welcome to come in the studio, too,
yeah,
Scott.
absolutely, man.
Yeah, listen. Let's put that. Let's make that for next time.
Yeah.
So you gave me an assignment.
Mm-hmm.
So you gave me an assignment. You wanted me to give you a song that I really like and to try and tell a little story about it.
Yep.
I'm probably one of the biggest Jackson Browne people I know, and he has a song, "Black and White," which came out on an album in 1986. And Jackson, like me and like Bill Belichick, has been around forever. And he kind of went from, pop star, an original, to a pop star. And then in about 86, he kind of changed. And the song Black and White, basically talks about the life of every man. That it starts with burning the city down when you were young, then your time running out, and then trying to find yourself. And then finally, whatever flame you had as a youngster is now a burning ember when you get older. So that song, Black and White, takes you from beginning to end, and it's always been one of my favorites.
I actually had that album because I was 16 years old in 1986, and of course I had like 5 fake Columbia House accounts. So I had like I had every album that came out in 1986, 1987, I think. So I actually had this album too. So I knew the song.
Yeah, he's still, and the great thing about Jackson Browne is that he's still making music, and he's very politically active, and a lot of his music represents the times that we're in, and he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Bruce Springsteen introduced him, so he's one of the all-time greats, and certainly one of my favorites. I'll listen to Jackson Browne any day of the week.
Well, it's funny because basically I said this, like, when our artists from our era come up with a new album, I'm like, look, whether we listen to it or not, our generation, we have some money. We should go out and buy the album just so that, the kids' music isn't always number one. So we can get some of our guys up there once in a while too,
Well, there's more of them and less of us, so that's got a lot to do with it too. But again, one of the things about Jackson Browne is, in 1972 he came out with his first album. Think how long ago that was.
Yep.
And and all the women, God, when I was in high school, all the girls loved him because he was so good looking. And he started out as a serious artist, and then hit the mainstream, and made that kind of music for a while, and now, when he started, getting along in his career, it's nice for you to be able to call your own shots and make in his case, make your own music. And
it is.
I think in '86 he started doing that, and that song "Black and White" is indicative of that.
Yeah, and the critics were mixed on it because he did that. They're like, "Why is he changing?" And you know what?
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
So what are you going to
Exactly.
do? Well, we better play the song. Scott, thank you so much for joining us. That's Peter Coles in there. Say goodbye, Peter. Where's Peter?
Goodbye, Peter.
Okay, goodbye, Peter.
Goodbye, Peter.
And I'm Michael Busman. Drink your milk, look both ways before crossing the street, and never, ever give up your dreams. We're off next week. We'll be playing a best of because Pete's going to be taking his girlfriend on his birthday. Scott, thanks for joining us, and we'll have you back sometime.
You bet, guys. Great to talk to you both.
Great. Here is closing out the show, Jackson Browne, Black and White, 89.5 WSKB.
Long before you ever saw your chances, you were gonna burn the city down. Tired of the fashions and the dances, tired of the people standing round, ticking like a bomb in the night. And you knew you were right, black and white. Blame it on the time it took to leave here. Blame it on the ones who slowed you down. Blame it on the kind of friends you knew here. Blame it on the sickness going round and round in the night, with your heart out of sight, with your world burning bright, like a moth round the night. Black and white.
Bet you've gone to find a person, someone you lost track of long ago. Tell them that it's someone you need worse than anybody else you'll ever know. Ticking like a bomb in the night. You were strong, you were light, you were fast, you were bright. Then you were gone in the light. Black and white, pictures of a life in flames. Black and white, a picture of a life remains. And the high ideals and the promise you once dressed the future in are dancing in the embers with the wind. Time running out, time running out. The fool still asking what his life is about. Time running out, time running out. Time running out, time running out. Yeah, beyond the shadow of a doubt. Time running out, time running out. And you know it's true. Time running out, time running out. 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 Time running out, time running out.